Why do some people naturally attract friends while others struggle? The secret to building strong relationships isn't a mystery, it's a skill you can learn. Almost 90 years ago, Dale Carnegie wrote a book that still holds the key to making people like you effortlessly, winning others over to your way of thinking and building meaningful relationships. This isn't just theory, these are actionable strategies you can apply in your next conversation. You ever see a beehive? It's a marvel of nature. Big, buzzing, and full of something we all want, honey. It's a symbol of hard work and cooperation. Now imagine walking up to that hive and giving it a good swift kick. Seems reckless, right? What happens? You get stung, right? And it hurts. The bees are just defending their home. It's a natural reaction to being attacked. Painful but understandable. You see, people are a lot like beehives. We have our own defenses. We all want to be acknowledged, appreciated, respected. It's a basic human need. But when we're met with criticism, condemnation, or constant complaining, it's like we're being attacked. Our defenses go up, we get defensive, we lash out, we shut down, we sting back, just like the bees. Dale Carnegie said it best, any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain, and most fools do. It's easy to find fault. Think about it for a second. Reflect on your own experiences. How do you feel when someone criticizes you? It's not a pleasant feeling. Even if it's constructive criticism, it still stings a little, doesn't it? It's hard to take. It makes you want to defend yourself. It's a natural reaction. It doesn't exactly make you feel warm and fuzzy inside, it creates a barrier. Now, I'm not saying you should shy away from giving feedback or expressing your concerns. That's important too. There's a time and a place for everything. Timing is crucial, but before you unleash a torrent of criticism on someone, ask yourself, what's the honey in this situation? What's the goal? Are you trying to help someone improve, resolve a conflict, or just venting your frustration? Or are you just venting your frustration? Be honest with yourself. Criticism rarely helps and often damages relationships. It's counterproductive. It creates resentment, breeds animosity, and shuts down communication. It builds walls. So instead of rushing to judge, take a step back and ask, what could be the reason behind this person's actions? What's their perspective? What are they going through? What's their story? Everyone has one. Understanding someone's perspective, putting yourself in their shoes, that's where empathy comes in. It's a powerful tool, and empathy is the foundation of strong, healthy relationships. It's the glue that holds us together. It's the ability to see the world through someone else's eyes, to feel what they feel, to understand where they're coming from. It's about connection. It's about connecting on a human level, even when it's difficult, even when you don't agree. It's about finding common ground. So the next time you're tempted to criticize, condemn, or complain, remember the beehive. Think before you act. Remember that everyone has their own story, their own struggles, their own reasons for doing what they do. Choose understanding over condemnation. Choose empathy over judgment. It makes all the difference. You ever wonder how some people seem to effortlessly get others to do what they want? Like they have some secret power of persuasion? Well, it's not magic, it's not manipulation. It's something much simpler, genuine appreciation. See, deep down, we all crave appreciation. We want to feel valued, important, like our contributions matter. And when someone recognizes our worth, it creates a powerful connection. It makes us want to reciprocate, to go the extra mile, to do right by that person. Now, I'm not talking about flattery. Flattery is cheap, it's insincere, and people can see right through it. I'm talking about genuine appreciation, the kind that comes from the heart, the kind that recognizes the unique talents and qualities of another human being. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're working on a project with a team, and one of your colleagues comes up with a brilliant idea that saves the day. A flattering response might be, "Wow, you're a genius! I could never have thought of that." Now, while that might stroke their ego for a minute, it doesn't feel genuine, does it? It feels forced, exaggerated. A more appreciative response would be to say something like, "You know, that's a fantastic idea. I really appreciate you bringing that to the table. It's going to make a real difference in this project." See the difference? The first response focuses on the person's intelligence, which can feel intimidating or even insincere. The second response focuses on their contribution, their specific idea, and how it benefits the team. It's specific, it's sincere, and it shows that you value their input. Here's another example. Imagine you're at a dinner party, and you're seated next to someone who's a bit shy and reserved. A flattering approach might be to shower them with compliments. "I love your dress. You have the most beautiful eyes. You must be so popular." Again, this might feel overwhelming or even disingenuous. A more appreciative approach would be to find something specific about them that you genuinely admire and acknowledge it. Maybe they mentioned they're an artist or they have a passion for travel. You could say something like, "I heard you're an artist. I've always admired people who can create beautiful things. What kind of art do you do?" Or, "You mentioned you love to travel. What's the most fascinating place you've ever been?" By asking questions, showing genuine interest, and acknowledging their passions, you're showing appreciation for who they are as a person. The key to genuine appreciation is to be specific, sincere, and focused on the other person's qualities, actions, or contributions. It's about making them feel seen, heard, and valued. And here's the thing about appreciation. It's a two-way street. When you genuinely appreciate others, they're more likely to appreciate you in return. It creates a positive feedback loop, a virtuous cycle of respect and admiration. This mutual appreciation can transform relationships and build lasting bonds. Chapter 3. Principle 3. Arouse in others, an eager want. Let's talk about desire. It's a powerful force, wouldn't you say? It drives us, motivates us, pushes us to achieve great things. Desire is the fuel that keeps our engines running. But here's the thing about desire. It's deeply personal. It's unique to each individual. What motivates me might not motivate you. Our desires are shaped by our experiences, our dreams, and our personal goals. What gets you fired up might leave me cold, and vice versa. So, if you want to persuade someone to get them on board with your ideas, you can't just focus on what you want. You need to understand their desires. You have to tap into what they want. You have to see the world through their eyes. You have to arouse in them an eager want. Make them see the benefits for themselves. Dale Carnegie put it brilliantly when he said, "The only way on earth to influence other people is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it." It's about aligning your goals with theirs. Think about it. Reflect on your own experiences. Have you ever noticed how quickly people tune out when you only talk about yourself, your needs, your desires? It's like hitting a wall. But when you shift the focus to them, when you show genuine interest in their wants, their needs, their aspirations, suddenly, you have their attention. They become more engaged. Let me give you an example. A practical scenario. Let's say you're trying to convince a friend to join you on a weekend trip to a yoga retreat. Sounds simple, right? Now you might be thinking, yoga, relaxation, nature, what's not to love? It's a perfect getaway. But your friend might have different priorities. They might be dealing with other issues. They might be stressed about work, worried about finances, or simply not interested in yoga. Their mind is elsewhere. So, instead of bombarding them with the benefits of yoga and relaxation, try to understand their perspective. Put yourself in their shoes. What are they craving in their life right now? What are their immediate needs? Maybe they're yearning for a sense of community, a chance to connect with like-minded people. They might be feeling isolated, or perhaps they're desperately in need of a break from their daily routine, a chance to recharge and rejuvenate. They need a mental reset. Once you understand their underlying desires, you can tailor your pitch to align with their wants. Make it relevant to them. You could say something like, "I know you've been feeling overwhelmed with work lately, and this retreat could be the perfect opportunity to disconnect, de-stress, and connect with some amazing people." Make it about their needs. Or, "I know you're passionate about personal growth, and this retreat offers a chance to deepen your yoga practice, learn from experienced teachers, and connect with your inner self." Highlight their interests. By highlighting how the retreat can help them achieve their desires, you're much more likely to pique their interest and get them excited about the idea. It's about creating a win-win situation. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Tony, this sounds great in theory, but what about in the business world? How does this apply in a professional setting? How do I apply this principle when I'm trying to close a deal or negotiate a contract? It's a valid question. Well, let me tell you a story about a business leader who understands the power of arousing an eager want. Gary Vaynerchuk. He's a prime example. Gary V, as he's known to millions, is a master at connecting with people and building successful businesses. His approach is people-centric. And one of his key strategies for hiring top talent is to focus on the candidate's desires, not just the company's needs. He makes it personal. Instead of just listing the job requirements and company perks, Gary takes the time to understand what the candidate is truly passionate about. He digs deeper. What are their long-term goals? What do they aspire to achieve? What kind of impact do they want to make in the world? What drives them? What are they looking for in a company culture? What environment do they thrive in? Once he understands their motivations, he can then tailor his pitch to show how joining his company can help them achieve their dreams. He aligns their goals with the company's vision. He doesn't just offer a job, he offers an opportunity to be part of something bigger, to learn from the best, to make a real difference. It's about creating a shared vision. So there you have it. 3 powerful principles from Dale Carnegie's timeless wisdom that can transform your relationships and help you achieve greater success in all areas of your life. Remember, building strong connections isn't about manipulation or trickery, it's about understanding human nature, tapping into people's desires, and treating them with the respect and appreciation they deserve. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll dive into 6 ways to make people like you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on building strong relationships and influencing people.